I'm Danny, that witch next door, and you're listening to That Witch Podcast. Hello, neighbor. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of That Witch Podcast. If you've never been here before, hi, welcome. I'm Danny. I'm that witch next door, and I'm going to be your host, your guide, your mentor, and your instructor in all things magic, witchcraft, astrology, and witchy business. So if those sound like things that you really love, I suggest that you stick around and enjoy the show. So let's see here. Where are we? Today is Tuesday, November 22nd, when this is coming out to you. I am not, of course, recording this today. I recorded this last week. So while you're listening to this, I am actually already out of town with my family, with my in-laws, and I am up in the Pacific Northwest. So Pacific Northwest neighbors, hi, hello. I'm in your neck of the neighborhood this whole entire week, actually. So I am spending Sunday the 20th all the way through Friday the 25th out of town, and then taking obviously the rest of the weekend off as well to get home for those post-travels recoup time and recon time. But yeah, so I'm up having fun with a bunch of family up on the coast in the northwest of the country. And I just hope that no matter where you are this week, just like we kind of talked about yesterday on Moon Day, I hope that no matter where you are this week, and I mean that in a very multifractal way, like where you are, where you're at energetically, physically, all of it. I hope that at the very least you can feel my message of love that I'm sending out to you this week, and that you are very, very much a part of an extremely strong and powerful and welcoming community right here that we have all cultivated together. So I am definitely spending some time this week paying some very, very intentional thanks and gratitude to this entire neighborhood that we built, that we're going to keep on growing, to everyone in that witch school, my next door neighbors, my part-time students, my full-time students in Mighty Networks, all of my absolutely wonderful one-on-one clients, all of the incredible people and folks that I've met along this journey in general. I am really making sure to take time throughout this week to speak those thanks and really send that energy out, just out. I hope that you can really feel it, because I promise you that I'm really, truly carving out that time this week. It feels too good not to. So yeah, I'm out of Dodge this week. What are you up to this week? How's your, if you're in the US, how's your Thanksgiving week going? If you're not in the US, how's your is it a regular week? Is there other things that go on? Because we're all over here just drowning in the mess. We can't even tell, like, Jesus Christ, anything going on outside of our hot mess here. I feel you. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. And if you enjoy Thanksgiving, that's totally okay too. If you enjoy the spirit of this time, that's totally okay. I just want to also very, very much validate anyone that feels a little out of sorts, out of the ordinary, or flat out just shitty this week. Okay. I just want to send out a strong arm of solidarity to all of you. All right. It's time for that witch school bulletin. So lots and lots of fun things happening. I really wanted to tap into just that classic fun, spirited energy of Sagittarius season coming in hot this week, literally fire season. And that's kind of the content that we're focusing on this week. So last week we did a fire bonus episode. Literally, it was fire. No, but it was also an intuition exercise and visualization called Stoke the Fire. And the feedback on that has already been amazing. I'm so, so glad so many of you have enjoyed it already. And those of you that have already re-listened to it even again and been practicing, I'm so glad. I have also been utilizing that visualization for myself multiple times. I felt really good after recording it. And while I was recording it. And so I'm so, so glad that everyone can really feel that energy in their own unique way. It seems like it really has helped folks tap into their own unique, pure fire energy channel. So I'm just so happy to hear that feedback from all of you. This week, to kind of like go with that flow, I was really stoked. Fire, wow, just fire puns left and fucking right today. Oh my God. Sag Mercury just coming in hot. Look, I can't stop. I can't stop with the puns. Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious. I love the humor of the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So anytime we have placements and transits in this realm, God damn it, I love it. And that's exactly what I wanted you to take into this week. So I know that this can be a heavier week. So I wanted to provide that really unique Sagittarius kind of support, or rather help you cultivate that within yourself with your own power. And so this week, what I have for you is an affirmation worksheet and little exercise. Super easy. I created this little cheat sheet, it looks like a little affirmation Mad Libs, but it is really simple yet really effective structure for any affirmation, any intention. You fill in the blanks for whatever feels right for you. The only recommendation I have is going into that with a really open mind and grounded heart, of course, and letting that intention kind of naturally come through and fill in those blanks. But other than that, it's super quick, super easy. And not only can you use that to create a phrase of empowerment or support or healing for yourself this week in particular, as we go through all those relationship dynamics we talked about yesterday on Moon Day. I want you to realize that this is literally a template that you can keep in your journal or your book of shadows or your grimoire that you can revisit again and again, or create your own kind of affirmation template. And I think that it's so nice when we give ourselves these little like cheat codes that help our brain create these very simple yet very, very effective phrases for ourselves. And I also find that this is an area of challenge for a lot of people and an area of blockage. So my intention with the content this week was to help break through any of that blockage, regardless of where that blockage is coming from or why, but to help you move through it and use this simple but really powerful affirmation cheat sheet. There's like a little, very, very mini bonus episode that goes along with this week, where I actually share where this came from, this little affirmation structure that I created. And it's from a personal affirmation of mine that I've been using for the last several months, specifically in my work and career and just everything I do in the neighborhood. And it's been really empowering and really healing for me. So I wanted to share that with everyone in That Witch School. So that can be found. The bonus episodes can all be found on my website under the blog. My bonus episodes are always pinned to the top of the blog page, so it's really easy to find. All you need is a subscription to That Witch School in order to open that blog article, which it starts at $5 per month, and you get this growing and already nice long list of bonus episodes. So, make sure you definitely check that out. And then the article, the actual affirmation cheat sheet, that can be found also on the blog. It's an exclusive blog article, and there is a PDF download available within that if you want to save that to your device. So you just have it to easily reference in the future. And then full-time students, as always, your content I always drop for you directly in Mighty Networks. You're more than welcome to get it and explore thatwitchnextdoor.com. I love when you're on my website. Thank you. But I always make sure to drop all of the bonus content directly in Mighty Networks for full-time students to help make that easy. Speaking of ease of use, I wanted to address a couple of questions that I got in the last few weeks that I thought were really, really helpful, especially in the realm of that witch school. So, there's a new little feature that I've been trying out the last few weeks called the school bulletin email. And it's a little weekly email newsletter exclusive just to anyone in that witch school. Next door neighbors, part-time students, and full-time students, all tiers get this email every single week. And it comes to your inbox on Wednesdays. I appreciate your patience because when I first started, we had a little adjustment with the date, the day of the week that I sent out this email. But Wednesdays, Mercury, I feel you coming through hot there. Once again, but Wednesdays are kind of the magic day for me to send those emails consistently so that I'm not like double sending you a message with the Cosmic Quickie or That Witch Gazette, you know, if you're on those email lists as well. The school bulletin email for my part-time students and my next door neighbors in that witch school, this is the best way to contact me directly, is to respond directly to these emails. So you can think of it as a little weekly check-in. And if you've had questions in the last week since the last content that I put out, that upcoming school bulletin email is the perfect opportunity to just reply directly to that and let me know your question or your thoughts, whatever it is that came up for you. But this is the best way for me to make sure it all stays organized and that your messages don't get buried. So anyone in that witch school, I just want to let you know that either my email, excuse me, or Mighty Networks, if you're a full-time student, these are the best channels to contact me, which actually transitions me into my next announcement anyways, which is addressing another question that I got, which was just also in the realm of, Danny, what's the best way and most direct way to contact you? Whether it's with questions or inquiries about working with me, whatever it is, any of those questions outside of that witch school members. So everyone in the neighborhood, all of the listeners, that contact form on my website, on my contact page, is the best way to contact me. But number one, Instagram is not the best way to contact me anymore. That used to be a very consistent communication channel for me. But as I've transitioned into being a founder of a witch school, I am focusing really primarily on the podcast. Instagram is a great bulletin board of like the things that I do. It's a great place to get quick and visual updates on what we're doing. It's not the best contact platform for me, okay? I do not prioritize my DMs on Instagram, and here's why. I wanted to give you all this caveat. It has nothing to do with you. It has really nothing to even do with my personal opinions of Instagram, though they are strong. For whatever reason, even though I've uninstalled and reinstalled the app, I am having ridiculous glitches with my DMs, and it's been happening since I think September, actually. It's been seriously such a long time, where they're not refreshing regularly, and I am missing messages. Sometimes they literally never come through, and people will send me a message and say, what did you think about this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you don't see that message right there that I sent you? And I'm like, nope. So the glitches have just been out of control on my DMs on Instagram. So again, not the best place for direct communication when you're looking for a direct response. I still check my Instagram messages. I love getting these messages from folks that are just popping in to say hi and how much they love the show. Of course, I love your love notes. I will always love your love notes and appreciate them and embrace them with the warmest gratitude. But for direct correspondence, email, okay? Thatwitchnextdoor.com/conjure that witch. For all correspondence outside of that which school. If you're in that which school, I want you to just respond directly to that school bulletin email or directly message me in Mighty Network. So I hope that kind of helps clear some things up. Y'all, that which school is hands down the most affordable way to access me and my work, my insights, my tutoring, my support, my advice, all of that. I it starts at $5 a month, and you're on that email list, and you're able to respond directly to me, and you get that higher priority in my schedule and in my correspondence, because this is a wonderful problem to have, but I have a lot of people that I talk to and I respond to every week and every day. So I have to have some kind of prioritizing system to make sure I'm not missing my one-on-one client correspondence. I'm not missing new people that reach out, new people that are collaborators and new clients, things like that. And so this system just helps me keep all of that organized and make sure I get back to all of you, regardless of your role in this wonderful neighborhood. It helps me get back to you in a timely and organized and structured manner. So let me know if you have any questions on that. And now it's time for our neighbor highlight. This is a really special neighbor highlight today. I am shouting out my wonderful, wonderful friend, wonderful colleague, and also my spiritual mentor, Sierra Bowes, a shamanic reverend and quantum therapist and independent researcher. She owns Shadows and Grimoires. You can find her on Instagram. She is also in that witch school because she hosts our shadow work support group. And so if you want to work with Sierra, by the way, which you definitely should, you can hit her up on Instagram, or if you're already in Mighty Networks as a full-time student, you know that you can go ahead and DM Sierra directly there as well. But I want to shout out Sierra today specifically because this is coming out on November 22nd, and tomorrow on the beautiful Sagittarius new moon, Sierra is also having her solar return, and her solar return is happening at the exact same time as the new moon. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to such a valuable, valuable person in my life and my community. The happiest birthdays to you, my love. I am so incredibly appreciative of you and the work, all of the multidimensional work that you and I do together, everything we do for the neighborhood, the work that we do for each other outside of that. It's absolute magic. And I'm just so incredibly grateful for you. All right. Now that means it's time for the Sag Pep Talk. Saggy. Oh, Sagittarius. I have been particularly excited for this pep talk. I think that Sag energy channel started opening up and started flowing through before I even sat down to record the Sagittarius pep talk. I'll be honest, this is an easy one. Just something about Sagittarius just naturally shines strength. And so it's really easy to do a strengths-based discussion around this energy. Of course, the sign has its own struggles and challenges, and I guess you can call them downfalls. But as we all know, that's not what the Sag or any of the pep talks are for. These messages I really channel as just open up as much of that pure energy of this zodiac sign as possible so that you can take it and carry it into this solar season with you and shine with this strengths-based discussion. Sagittarius is adventure in every sense of the word. And we are doing some of the greatest disservice to ourselves when we constantly sacrifice and put off and dim our sense of adventure. I think that this term can actually mean so much more than the images that we conjure up in our head. I think that we let the connotation of the word adventure strictly mean like extreme sports or extreme athletics, right? And if that's what adventure means for you, dope, badass. Hell yeah, grab that Sagittarius fire and get intense. Go on an adventure. But adventure means so much more than that. And this is why Sagittarius really is the philosopher. This is why Sagittarius is concerned with such elevated, higher concepts and constructs. We only achieve those heights and those elevations when we venture to them. We don't question the path so much so that we end up just not going at all, right? How many times have we done that? Bickering and arguing or distracted or hesitating or limiting ourselves or just downright believing that we can't do it. You'll notice Sagittarius energy is some of the most easily successful in this world. And I mean this, ease of success. It doesn't mean success is easy. Hell no. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And quite frankly, Sag is not afraid of that work. Absolutely not. It's got plenty of fuel from that fire. It's just that when we see a lack in Sagittarius energy or an imbalance here, those that don't have that ease of success, really the reason it comes down to is simply because we don't think that we can. Sag is ruled by Jupiter. We've talked about this a lot already, last week and this week. Jupiter is our perspective. Hi, neighbor. I want to take a quick moment to thank our episode affiliate for the day, one of my favorite companies and products to date, magickal and their astrological planner. If this is not your first time in the neighborhood and you've been around for a while, you very well know how much I love and how frequently I mention this planner. It has been a part of my astrological journey pretty much since the very beginning of my studies. This planner not only has educational support like reference materials, there's basically a mini textbook at the beginning of this planner, but it also just has journey support because there's journal spaces, there's a lunar calendar, there's a transit calendar to help you learn astrology, but to actually start living very cyclically and cosmically, regardless of your experience level. This is what I love about this planner. It's very, very accessible, no matter what experience level you are with astrology. Personally, I use it for both my personal life and my business. It's an integral part of my planning and scheduling practices. Now, this year for the 2023 edition, their new theme is astromycology. So, in this 280 page astrology planner, again, that is for all different experience levels, we are now getting the extra edition of mycology exploration or the magic and healing properties of mushrooms. And this is absolutely a fascinating subject to me, as I'm sure it already is to so many of you. And the cool part is not only is there a section in the planner with different types of mushrooms and their healing properties and benefits, but they also have an exploration on astrology to fungi connection, which I think is so cool. Get yours today and support That Witch podcast by ordering yours at the link in the show notes below. Our beliefs are very much embedded in our perspective. And if we don't think it's possible, we are guaranteeing ourselves it's not possible. It's okay when we can't do something. It's fine. And I still can promise you that there is no way to do something if you truly believe that you cannot. That's how it works. That's creating our own reality. And Sag, being ruled by Jupiter, this energy knows that, it doesn't fucking question it. It follows that flame and light of truth. It doesn't question the path so much on the way that it gets lost, or so that it stops and lags behind, or even goes backwards. It follows that guiding arrow, right? When we look at that symbol of Sagittarius, I want you to see what that light looks like for you. Maybe even take time specifically this week, but at the very least, sometime during this Sagittarius season, I want you to do a little visualization for yourself and close your eyes and picture or sense what Sagittarius's flame, guiding light, looks and feels like for you. And I really encourage you to make note of it. Sagittarius, as a fire sign, and this great, great teacher, knows the power of like good old fashioned education, good old fashioned learning. Very well practiced, well disciplined, structured education. This is a very, very fun, loving, high energy sign. And there is also plenty of discipline to be found in Sagittarius, which again is why it is such a path to success energy. And if that's something that you're looking for, if that's something you've been looking for, if that's something you've been craving, that path of success energy, that guided path of success energy, baby, Sagittarius. Where is Sagittarius in your chart? What house does it rule for you? Where does it show up and activate the most in your life? This will tell you how to most uniquely to you connect with this energy for yourself. As always, if you don't have any Sagittarius placement, that's okay. Guess what? There's a bunch of planets. We're in Sagittarius season now. So this area of your life is being activated. This is exactly why we do the pep talk, so that no matter what, I love doing this. You can't escape with well, I don't have any Sagittarius. That's too bad. The sun's there right now. So it's 100% activating a part of your chart. Therefore, it's activating a part of your soul and your life and your journey. And the sun provides a lot of illumination. So when we're craving that path of success, that guided path of success energy, the sun in Sagittarius reminds us that that answer is always, always within our intuition and our instincts. This is the center where our logic and what we've learned in our physical experience and what we know on a soul and intuitive level come together and form this path. You already know the answer. That message is like insanely strong right now. Holy cow. I can feel the strength of this message right now. The answer is already there. The path is already there. You already know this because you know who you are. You are able to connect with and be in tune with your higher self. And you have the power to make all of the decisions and all of the actions that are needed on your guided path of success. I just recommend envisioning and sensing and feeling that guided light for yourself, that guided path. Let it unfold in front of you in your mind's eye, and it will unfold in front of your actual eyes. Strong fucking Sagittarius magic today. I really hope this brings you some inspiration. I really hope this ignites the fire for you. We're doing some fiery goodness in that witch school right now. So if you want more of this, you know where to go. Starts at $5 a month. Less than your venti coffee at Starbucks that I know you're getting more than once a month. So you can get all of this goodness that is nurturing and supportive to your soul and your own empowerment. Join us. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time, your energy today and every day. I am so incredibly grateful to every last one of you. I hope that you stay safe this week. I hope that you lean into that Sagittarius fun, and I want you to stay magical out there. Hi, neighbor. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of That Witch Podcast. If you want to support the show and get your hands on some really magical goodies, make sure you check out some of the awesome companies that I'm an affiliate for in the show notes below. You can also leave a 5-star rating and review on iTunes as well as Spotify now. And really the best way to support That Witch Podcast is just by sharing the show online, like your social media platforms, or telling a friend that you think would enjoy it. If you're looking for more magical content like bonus episodes, classes I teach, and support in your witchcraft, make sure you come check us out in That Witch School, my magical monthly membership with a very welcoming private online community. And don't forget to subscribe to my email list for weekly astro forecasts, journal prompts, and more, and stay up to date with all of the happenings here in the neighborhood.